Let's give out team grades for the 2023 season, and this part will be the ACC. So first, let's talk about Georgia Tech. They were the most hot and cold team of this season week by week. They would go out and beat a top 10 team, and the next week lose to a group of 5 team. So it was really hard for me to give them a solid grade. They did end up making a bowl game, and I thought they would be just out. So for all that, I gave them a B+, and I think they're looking very hopeful for the future. Actually, let's look at Syracuse. They win a pretty fraudulent 6-6 record, as they won their first 4 games, and they played an FCS school, 2 group of 5 schools, and their 4th school was Purdue. It was one of the bottom teams of the Big Ten. Then they go on to only win 2 more games in their season. They did clutch up though and go 2-1 in their final 3 games to clinch that bowl spot. It might have been fraudulent, but I gave them a C-. Nextly, we got Duke, and they were the definition of a team of 2 halves. The first half of their season, they looked amazing, beating Clemson and looking like they could potentially go to the ACC championship game. They had key injuries, including their star quarterback Riley Leonard, where after he went down, that team became pretty bad. It technically was a step down from last year, as they got 9 wins last year, but you can't be too upset if you look at the context of the season, so I gave them a B. Next, we got North Carolina, and they started off their season super hot, and Drake May was looking like he could potentially backpack them to an ACC championship game. They did lose some key games down the stretch, and having a talent like Drake May on your team, going 8-4 in a probably weak ACC, wasn't something NC fans wanted, so I gave them a C. We next got NC State, and a team who was very quiet last year. Lost to Notre Dame early on, and they lost to Louisville only by 3 points. And then they kind of got blown out by a ranked Duke with Riley Leonard. After that, they went on a 5-game winning streak to end their season 9-3, which in the preseason, I did not think they would get that many wins. But it wasn't anything flashy, so I gave them just a solid B.